Good afternoon, everyone. All right, just about 2 weeks before Christmas. Woof. Yeah, where'd that time go? We're down to the crunch time again, as usual. Moving right along. Everything's going pretty good. Yeah, but as usual, it's last minute stuff, trying to get everything out in time. Anyway, just wanted to show a couple of things here and talk about a few things while I'm here on the video. Okay, Brian, this is your order. This was a custom order I took some time ago for a gentleman that had some specific custom parts about his order that he wanted to have. So there is that one. Now we showed this one. I showed this one before. It's that big Hudson with the 6 pins, okay, as opposed to the loveless bolts. Now he's a rendezvous guy type of thing, reenactor, and he wanted to have it look as realistic as you know, back in the day. There wasn't any loveless bolts of any kind, so the 6 pin is definitely the more traditional look. Now, and again, that's big, and no swedge either on the end there. I remember he wanted that as well. So, and look at that tiger. My goodness, that's mercy. Whew. Yep. Alrighty. So, like I said, I've shown that one before, but anyway, it's really. Now this one, I've been showing kind of sneaky videos here and there about the little short videos, but it's all done now. And there it is, double knife set. Okay. Didn't originally plan on being that way. He requested it a little ways down into the process there, but it was no problem because I've done these before. As you can see, it's my sheaths. I always try to make form fit. Well, they're form fitted and wet form to each knife, and makes a big difference. But in the beginning, they're a little tight to get the knife out. Anyway, I prefer it that way. So this is my old pattern woodsman field knife. All right, kind of let's see, that belly on there. Okay, it's not sharpened. The belly on there is a resemblance of a Nesmuck. There's that weird word again. A knife. It's a classic design. I just changed things a little bit with it when I made it, the first time I made it. Somewhat of a Kephart handle, but it's got a curve to the back of it, and then there's a dip here, but it's got a point on it. So you can still do, bushcraft guys, they do that drilling for their fire starting type thing. They make a little hole in the wood, and then they put shavings and stuff, and then they use the ferrule rod. That's another thing I wanted to mention about the back of these. George, thank you for telling me about this. I don't know how many years ago, but he had ordered a knife for me a long time back. He's a friend of mine, George, and he told me that he wanted the back of the spine to be sharp. All right, so it's not hard to do because it's sharp to begin with when you grind them out and do the whole profiling. But my opinion at that time was it's just like it doesn't feel right to me. I didn't like it because it felt like it was unfinished. But for the guys that like to start fires with their ferrule rods, which is very important, you take that ferrule rod and you pull it back across the back of that spine of the thing there, and being sharp, it just kicks sparks out just like crazy there. So thanks again, George. All my knives have a sharpened spine, or they're not softened, let's put it that way. And they're ready to go for guys that like to start fires with their ferrule rods. Okay, so anyway, there it is again. This one, not 6 pins, but 4, because it would look a little crowded with 6 pins on this one. And look at that tiger. Whew. Yeah. It's a handful too. It's big knife, solid. Not as big as my Nesmuck pattern one, which I believe, Brian, you mentioned about that. This is kind of in between, and just a really good all-purpose field knife for hunters and bushcraft guys. Now, as you can see, there's a little guy stuck on there, and that's that one right there. And hold on a second. Okay, got a little bit of leather dust, the cuttings, everything stick to everything, and that's what was going on there. So a little small hunter, a little different style. No sludge like I normally do, but just a nice little guy there. Nice tiger, and that fits right into the front. Now that's a little fussy trying to do that. Okay, you got to wet form that piece first, and then you got to sew it to this side first, and then wrap it around and form the knife into it. There's a welt in there too, so it doesn't cut that's the whole point, is right, not cutting that part of the sheath right there. So a little fussy, but it worked out good. And anyway, hope you like it, Brian. I thought it came out pretty nice. Yep. And you can get that one out too without pulling on it too hard. Anyway, that'll soften up after a while. Anyhow, oh, by the way, Merry Christmas, everybody. I know there's some humbugs out there. Every year we get that same thing, but I'm not a humbug, so Merry Christmas, everybody. So, here we go again. There. These are the mid-size Frontier. There it is again. There's that stuff on it. Sorry. Mid-size Frontier knives. The ones that I had taken for a limited run here a little while back. I had a bunch of other ones on order too. Those are being worked on as well. Anyway, all those mid-size Frontiers are done now. Waiting on the sheets to dry. These are kind of cool knives. Look at the profile on that there. It's got the nice swedge. I got the jimping on the back. It's not a huge knife, but it fits the hand really good. Now, I thought I was going to have a couple extra, but the phone rang a couple times here a while back, and that was the end of that. So I am going to have, well, I was going to have, I don't know, 4 knives. Well, anyway, it didn't happen that way. So I have next week. Oop, that was my coffee pot. Anyway, next week, just before Christmas, I intend to have 1 knife available. All right. It may not work out to be available for Christmas, which it probably wouldn't get there in time anyway. But and that's the my full-size Frontier, and that's what that's it right there. I still got to get the handle on it. It's come along pretty good here. Not a big deal to get the handle on. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But boy, I got some. You probably can't see it. I got some really nice tiger on that one. That's what they look like, by the way. Just pieces of wood. You can tell sometimes the green by wiping it down with water or miracle spirits or something like that. Miracle spirits. Boy, that's a good one. Good thing I caught that one. I could have put that in a blooper. So the only knife that I will have available before or around Christmas time this year, 2024, will be that Frontier knife. Unless somebody calls me on that one too. And anyway. We've been very, very busy, thank God for all of it. But like I said, limited runs will be going out here early this coming week as soon as the sheets are dry. Everybody else waiting on their stuff, working on those are going out too. Brian, your order here, I'll be talking to you here shortly. Those will be going out here probably Saturday. Anyway, let's see, what else did I have to talk about? I had a moment of absolute terror here just a few minutes ago. The wife called me up, or messaged me, I should say, and told me she had just gotten back from the store. She had to do a couple of running around there at lunchtime, and that it was a good thing she did because she had forgotten that we were out of coffee. But no. Yes, people who know me know that I am prepared, and there's no way that I will ever run out of coffee. And of course, you know, I have a little box of K-Cups out here in the shop. I'm not a big K-Cup guy, okay? They're good in a pinch when, you know, if in an emergency type of thing, or in the afternoon when I run out of the rest of my coffee. It takes too damn long for it to start because the setting is all set, you know, super strong, super hot. So it just seems like it takes forever to get that coffee in my cup. But you know, it's it's when that baby runs out, then you know we got another pot on the stove. Okay. So, and you know, that would have been a terrible scenario. Yeah. Anyhow, so we did hit those numbers. I think I mentioned that in the last video there. The super fan numbers, it was I forget what it was, 3,000. So I'm setting that up right now. Super fans, super chats, super something or other there. Anyway, it's going to take me a little bit to get all that going. So my biggest fans out there, Brian, I know you're one of them. George, thank you. You too. You'll be able to have a badge on your page or something like that. Anyway, it's all. I have to look into that a little bit more. We still haven't hit the 4,000 hour mark of viewing hours for being. Well, they advertise on my channel all the time. Anyway, it's just when I hit the 4,000 mark, then I'll be able to actually get paid for some of these advertisements that they put on my channel. So if anybody had a mind to want to do a loop on my videos, that would be great. Thank you, if you could stand and watch me that long. And I'd appreciate that, because it would be nice to hit that 4,000 mark. Okay, going to take a little bit of break after next week, you know, Christmas week. And like I said, we'll have maybe one knife available for everybody. I'll put that up on the wait list people that are on my list there. They'll know about it. And otherwise, we'll have much more coming next year. I may have another video next week. So anyway, thanks again, everybody. Merry Christmas. Really appreciate all the activity and all the nice comments that I've had. Really thank you again, and thank you for all the activity again this year. And okay, Merry Christmas again, and we'll talk to everybody. We'll catch everybody in the next one. Thanks again.